Breaking news is from Tigray viewers. What was being feared seems to be starting. Resumption of armed hostilities, resumption of a full-scale war. Tigray military command through Tigray TV just an hour ago released a statement about a full-scale attack on TDF positions on one front on Tigray Amhara border. Just a week ago, Tigray military command claimed that Ethiopian National Defense Force shelled its positions in the direction of Dadaba town. But this time, a new front has been opened and mechanized and infantry divisions of Ethiopian National Defense Force are part of this new offensive. Amhara militias, Amhara forces are also part of this new offensive. We have details for you. Firstly, this resumption of armed hostilities is being discussed. For the past 1 week, we have been discussing, we have been speaking on this likely resumption. Why? Because obviously there is stalemate. Efforts were underway to break the deadlock. Deadlock could not be broken, so this resumption was expected. It should be surprising. Only question is who started it? Is Tigray starting this armed escalation or Ethiopian government? What did Tigray government say in today's statement? Tigray military command said that today on Wednesday, 5 a.m. local time, an attack was launched on a southern front. And before that, for the last 5 days, mobilization and deployment of Ethiopian federal and regional forces has been ongoing on a southern front. Ethiopian National Defense Force, Amhara Special Force, and Fano militias, other militias, they have been seen mobilizing towards southern front for the last 5 days. So according to the statement, in the last 5 days, ENDF and regional forces completed their mobilization and deployment towards southern front. We shared one video showing mobilization of Ethiopian National Defense Force towards Kobo, Alamata. The video was rejected by several viewers that it was an old video, but no one could prove that it was an old video. But mobilization was ongoing. We reported in some videos that both parties were stepping up their deployments, their mobilizations. So at 5 p.m. local time, this attack was launched on a southern front. Which divisions of Ethiopian National Defense Force are part of this offensive? ENDF's infantry divisions 6 and 8 and its mechanized divisions 2, 6 and 8 are participating in this offensive. Now, if these ENDF divisions are part of this offensive, so it's very much clear that it's not a border clash. It's a full-scale attack because 5 divisions of ENDF are participating in this attack. Thirdly, which areas, in the direction of which areas this offensive is ongoing? 3 places are mentioned. Tigray military command mentioned 3 places. Firstly, Alamata. That towards Alamata, this military offensive is ongoing from southern side. Secondly, Bala. Thirdly, Bisobar. And areas of attack where fighting is ongoing are Yalo, Gubagala, Janora, Chubara. It means that from Kobo side and from Afar side, this offensive has been launched. Because these areas, Bisobar and Bala, They are situated to the east of Alamata. It means offensive is coming from Afar and from Amhara side towards Raya. What is the objective behind this military offensive? Tigray military command claims that the offensive has been launched to take control of territories on southern front. Raya and Volkait are disputed between Tigray and Amhara regions. Amhara regions have its claims to Raya and Volkait. Volkait is already under ENDF and Amhara control. So the objective is to take control of territories on southern front. Did Ethiopian government, Amhara regional government speak on it since 5 a.m. today? No statement from Ethiopian government so far. No confirmation or rejection. But we know that yesterday Ethiopian National Defense Force banned all reporting on its movements, on its activities, on the war basically. Because ENDF claimed that TDF was sharing false information, and this false information was being repeated by some news outlets, journalists in Ethiopia. So a ban was imposed, which has been in place since last year. Once it was renewed yesterday, I think. So no statement from Ethiopian National Defense Force and Ethiopian government so far. Next question would be, who started this military offensive? Tigray says ENDF, regional forces, launched this offensive. Ethiopian government is silent. That is what happened 5 days ago as well, when Tigray military command said that ENDF shelled its positions in Dadabet. ENDF remained silent. It spoke after 5 days. Same is the case with Ethiopian government. It spoke after 48 hours after the claim of Tigray military command. So once again, since 5 a.m. today, fighting ongoing or not, if it is not happening there, why is Ethiopian government silent? It should clarify what is happening there on southern front. This statement of Tigray military command indicates that now humanitarian truce has collapsed. When attack on Dadabet happened, there were fears that the truce was about to collapse, though Tigray back then said that it was like truce had collapsed. But this time, since 5 divisions of Ethiopian National Defense was a part of this operation, it means there is no truce now. What was being feared is happening. In Kobo, people celebrated yesterday. Solal holiday was celebrated. Women as well. In Tigray as well, we saw celebrations. Ashinda festival. Ashinda festival is being celebrated in Tigray. Women were seen dressed up, singing, dancing. It's heartbreaking that now once again we are seeing resumption of these armed hostilities, while still tens of thousands in Tigray, Afar border areas, in Tigray, Amhara border areas are in need, in dire need of food aid. They're dying of hunger. But truce has collapsed. In the next video, we'll try to analyze the situation from the front lines, from which directions this offensive is coming, where is TDF deployed, though in a previous video we discussed in detail TDF's deployments on 5 fronts. Tigray further claims that this offensive is to divert the attention of Tigray Defense Force. Main offensive is going to come on western Tigray. That from Gondar side and from Volkay side, a new offensive, major offensive will be launched by Ethiopian National Defense Force towards Shire, towards Shiraro, to the east of Takeze River. This offensive on southern front is to keep Tigray Defense Force engaged. It means that main front would be western front, western Tigray. This southern front is diversionary front. It is a way of putting pressure upon TDF. For TDF, main front would be Western Front as well. We know that TDF has been making preparations to take back Western Tigray, and TDF and Tigray regional government, they have been openly saying that they will launch a military offensive on Western Tigray if talks fail. So it means that this is not the main front. So we could see resumption of armed hostilities on Western Front in coming hours, which is going to be main front, because there could be involvement of Eritrean forces as well, their ENDF and all regional forces. On this front, militias, Fano militia has been mobilized as well. Interestingly, thousands of Fano fighters are in detention. More than 3 months ago, Ethiopian government launched a crackdown against Fano. Top Fano commanders were arrested. They are on the run. Zamina Kasi on the run. Masrisha on the run. But East Amhara Fano, which matters a lot in this fighting on Southern Front, is aligned with Ethiopian National Defense Force. East Amhara Fano, led by Mehre Wadajo, is in alliance with Ethiopian federal government, Ethiopian federal forces. Ethiopian federal forces allowed Mehre Wadajo to continue recruitment and training of East Amhara Fano fighters, who are now deployed to these front lines. In the next video, we'll try to analyze the picture from the battlefield. So the breaking news is that armed hostilities have resumed between Tigray regional forces and Ethiopian federal and regional forces. Thank you for watching.